Kate Hawkesby is all about Whānau. She was a TVNZ newsreader and breakfast co-host. Then Kate left the mothership after 12 years to focus on Whānau. She's been the weekly parenting columnist for Women's Day magazine since 2010 and is now the host of Daily Show Early Edition on News Talk ZB. Kia ora, Whānau mai. Well, we do the double European
We do the
thing.
double.
No mai, haere mai ki tēnei koutou. So good to have you here in the kitchen.
Great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Taku miharo hoki. I can't believe you actually managed to get some time in your schedule to come on in.
I know, but I do love a roast chicken, and now that Harry and Megan have made it officially the dish of love,
Hi.
I feel it is very appropriate to cook a roast chicken.
So this is something that your whānau really loves to eat?
So this has become a bit of a family favourite, mainly because it's easy for me, because you chuck everything in one dish into the oven. So, I mean, what busy mum doesn't need to just be able to do that?
Hi. What else are we going to do today? I see a beautiful water tank here.
This is like an Ayurvedic water recipe, and it is a really hydrating way to absorb the water into your body. So the first thing I learned about Ayurveda was that you drink at room temperature because you're not putting out the Agni, the fire, in your tummy to digest.
Nā reira ka tīmata tāua ki here, oven on?
Yeah, so we preheat the oven usually around 180 to 190. I don't know if it's fan forced. What's your oven?
Ai, ka taia, we can. We have the technology. Ngā hua whenua nes, we on to veggies.
Veggies, yeah. So do you want to chop some potatoes and I'll do some kumara?
Ai.
I usually cut them quite chunky.
Kia orite ai te rahi, so they all need to be the same size, I guess? Ish.
About. Depends how busy you are.
Nā reira he hinu oriwa, so you got olive oil in there.
So just drizzle some olive oil in on the bottom, and then I throw the veggies in, and then I mix some more olive oil and fresh herbs or dried herbs, it doesn't really matter, through them. So, oh my gosh, this is going to be interesting.
You know what I do, and it's totally
What
not
do you
safe at
do?
all.
Do you like
I
that?
put it in there and then I just put the whole thing like boom.
Oh, onto the board. So what I do with the chicken, you know when you take it out of the packet and it can have all that kind of water, and so I just give it a little rinse.
Mā koe te hei hei whakaoti, so I'll go and do that. Finish it up. Shall I go
Yeah,
rinse it?
great, yeah.
And te hei hei. Oops, look, I'm leaving.
Oh, thank you for doing that. It's awesome. And I'm just chopping up some garlic to add in here as well, which is always yum. And once I've kind of got the veggies in, I just put a little bit more olive oil over. And I do season them, even though my daughter will go, don't put pepper on them. I do, because you can barely taste it once it's roasted up anyway. And I also do a little bit of salt, which is apparently you're not meant to cook with salt, but I do that as well. So, like breaking all the rules. And then usually we grow rosemary as well, so I usually just grab exactly like this, just a whole bunch.
Oh, te kakara hoki, and it
So good.
smells amazing.
So good. And then with the greens, because I would always serve it with greens, it would depend on who's going through a phase of eating what. And at the moment, they're into broccolini.
He rawe te ingoa because it sounds cool, because it's broccolini.
And also because I think it looks more digestible and little. I think they think it's not actually broccoli if it's not a big fat head of broccoli. So at the moment, that's still working for me. So that, except about 10 times the size, goes into the oven.
Ka pai, tupuna, way you go.
So, and then I basically, if you want to just throw some more herbs on the chicken, the other thing I do first, of course, is shove a lemon up its bum.
Oh, neat.
And this is something my mum always used to do, and it was either a lemon or an onion, and it just draws out the flavour in the chicken and also helps keep the shape. So see how this is just so kind of random. There's no rhyme or reason to it.
Rustic. Koina
It's
te kuku.
rustic, and I kind of try and shove it into the joints and into the bits like that so that you kind of elicit a little bit more flavour. And actually, probably I should have done this beforehand, is I just do season a little bit of salt and pepper on top of the chicken as well, just because you get that nice crispy brown skin, and it's, you know, crunchy and yummy if it's got a little bit of...
Me pakapaka ka tika, that has to be nice, but crunch, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Ka tukanei nei nei, so timing-wise, we want to put it in...
The chicken normally like an hour, maybe a bit more.
Yeah. Okay.
So these are really...
Well, mā hora ne, you actually see them everywhere.
They're
now,
everywhere
don't
now.
you?
They're
Yeah.
like really easy to come by. You can get them in the supermarket, the warehouse, Kmart. But we keep it really simple with just these 4 ingredients in our water, which are lemon, cucumber, ginger, and fresh mint. What I do is I chop the lemon into quite big chunks. So you throw that in. And then with the cucumber, the same.
Nā re, he pukenga motuhake tō wēnei Kua whenua. So particularly cucumber and lemon have the qualities that we need in the water, right?
And the ginger. So ginger is a natural detoxifier and it's so good for the gut. And what the ginger and the lemon do together with the cucumber, thank you,
Kia ora.
is they basically go in to the gut and they scrape around and they detox and they get all the nasties and they help break it down.
He mihi arone, that's amazing, isn't it? That these three ingredients, ka tini, ka toe te aho, te wai, it just changes the water completely.
Incredible, yeah, it's amazing. And then throw in as much or little mint as you like, but usually I do a couple of handfuls like that. And then you just top it up with water.
Hanga hua kua puta ki a koe. What are some of the benefits that you've noticed from your...
What I have noticed is that I just drink more of it, more water, which is so much better. So I do feel more hydrated. So
It's actually a lot easier to drink because that whole thing of being room temperature, and it's delicious and just a
some
little
people
bit
don't like room temperature. They find it feels a bit kind of too warm, but it doesn't take long to get used to. And once you do, it's kind of like easy to gulp down actually because it's not too cold.
Hereka kia, I really enjoy it. That's delicious.
The ginger's lovely, eh? If you like ginger.
Ko tahi anō te mahi, so just one more in terms of the broccolini and the...
Yes, so the greens obviously last because they take the least amount of time, and all I do with them is once they're washed I just tear off some of the leaves, although some chefs argue you should leave those on, but my kids won't eat them, so I tear those off and basically just trim the ends.
Nā, how tohi... Oh, kua whai.
So I found these in your pantry. I hope that's okay.
No te kainga, yes.
So yeah, I just had a look and I see you have some nuts. So what I'm going to do is I would just chop these up and then I would just throw a little bit of oil on that.
Ia tāu e kōrero ana mo te whakapono nei. So when we're talking about you actually have a doctor, Ayurvedic...
I go see an Ayurvedic doctor. This is going to make me sound like a nut job, Stacey. I'm a big believer that food is medicine.
Right.
And so that's really where it all stemmed from. And so it was just finding something that worked for me that made me feel better. And I found this kind of ancient Indian science and philosophy just sat with me really well. And I just thought, yeah, that speaks to me. I like it. I like it. So...
Yeah.
So they look good.
Kakariki haere. It's got that beautiful green colour now.
Kakariki green, yes,
Kakariki
got
green.
it. So that's about done. So I just get it till it's that gorgeous al dente, so it's still got a little bit of crunch to the bite. And then nicely just a few nice toasted almonds or nuts or anything that you want to have with it as well.
Ana kua rite, and then we are ready with Harry and Meghan's roast chicken of love.
Chicken.
Love chicken! Look,
It's actually not bad.
it's actually perfect. I think
Yeah.
you'll find tēnā koe.
Oh, good.
And that crispy kitty going on there as well, crispy skin, thank you. And there I have a beautiful plate. It's great to have a dish like this so that you can just choose to add what you want and take out what you don't.
Yeah, and you can chuck it all down on the table and everybody can kind of help themselves, which makes it so much easier when you're feeding a big, because everybody's got different, appetites and what they like and what they don't like.
Kei ko nei ngā mea katoa, but it's healthy and it's crispy and crunchy and perfect. Eni, hā te tino kai a te rangatira he kōrero. It's been wonderful having you in our kitchen. Thank you so much for sharing o kōrero katoa, everything about being a mega mama like we all try to be. Me wēnei momo kai, te hei hei arohane, it's like the chicken of love.
It's the chicken of love.
Thank you so much for your chicken of love.
Absolute pleasure. You didn't even have to marry me.
Oh, always ask, give me a ring. Kia ora, Hoa. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.